All right, let's pump up the volume in your hair. Let's give you body, let's give you fullness, let's give you movement, let's give you shine. It's actually clinically proven to give you 57 times the volume. I can't even believe what we're doing today. It is our best value of the day. It's tweaked by nature. It's a 2-pack of the Supersize Chiuri Limitless Styler. We're doing a lot of firsts today, Dennis Simeone. Welcome back. Hey. He's the founder, he's the CEO, he's the creator of Tweaked by Nature. You know him from Ojan, you know him from more than almost 3 decades now.
It's been a long time.
Creating hair care.
You've watched me age on TV.
But our hair's only gotten better. Thanks to you. We're so thrilled that you're here today. We're doing something we've never done before. First time ever, we're doing a supersize of your favorite Chiuri butter styler. Also, first time we're doing some new fragrances. You're gonna love those. First time we're giving you a duo, and first time at this incredible value. So let's go through the fragrances.
And first time I get to eat today's special.
Are you gonna actually eat the props?
Yeah, I've been eating the props.
Well, we're gonna tell you why, because it smells good enough to eat. First new fragrance, Lavender Moon.
Yeah, so we started with Lavender Rain, spring, summer. Now we're into fall, winter. And I had to go Moon. So basically it's more sophisticated, it's sultry, it's sexy.
I love it. Honey Lux is back by popular demand. You've loved it in Honey Lux. We've never done the supersize, we've never done a duo, we've never done a 2-pack. Above the Clouds, your all-time original favorite, but first time ever in the butter styler.
It's part of the rare treasures. I had to wait to put it into my Chiuri. It's here. It's just this one time. It took a long time to gather up enough of the rhododendron anthropogen, which is a high elevation ingredient. Buddhist monks, they've been using it for centuries. They burn it in their monasteries, 5 out of the 7 chakras. So it's really, really special. And it smells like lilacs, wild lilacs, with a creamy vanilla undertone.
Also brand new, the lemon vanilla. And this is why I said he's actually eating the props. Because it is like a lemon glazed beignet. And you've got it all coated with powdered sugar, which he's now inhaling. So while you eat, I'm gonna talk about the value. This is all working out perfectly, Dennis. This is live television, everyone. All right, so here's what you're getting. 2 of the supersize. Let me tell you what you're getting. One of these is 12 ounces, okay? So usually you see the butter styler in the 6-ounce size. The 6-ounce size we sell every day for about $31, $30.95. You'd have to buy 2 of those to get 1 of these. And because we're giving you a second one, you'd have to buy 2 more. So you're looking at about $124 value that you're getting here today. One day only, $44.90. It's on FlexPay, it's on free shipping. You know and love his wild-crafted ingredients, his clean beauty hair care. But tell us about the styler. What is this for and who is this for?
Yeah, well, I made it for me. Back in the day, I was using a gel, a mousse, and a gel mousse and a styling cream. I blended it all together and got tired of it. I basically said, I've made everything for everyone else. Why can't I do something for me? So I went to town on it. I had no intentions of bringing it to market. So basically there was no budget. So take advantage of it because it was never supposed to come. And I brought it only because the one show that we were doing, we had a hole. So they said, can you fill it? I said, I'll bring my Chiuri. One time, and it sold out so fast, and it's so difficult to make. Then I was asked, can you put it into today's special? This was 3 years ago. It took 3 years. We're here.
Wow.
Yeah, so take advantage of it. This is one time. It's difficult to make. It's my formula. I've been using it now for about 7 years. You've seen it for maybe 3, 4. It does it all. It's limitless. So you can style with it. You can add texture, curly hair. This is the holy grail.
And it's clinically proven to give you 37 times the volume. What does that mean? Help everybody kind of.
We'll show you.
We'll actually show it to you.
Yeah, you're gonna see it.
Which is even better. We got Gianni here, your amazing hairstylist.
Johnny Mumbles.
So how do we put it in our hair? Dry, wet?
There is no, look, this is the beauty of this product, that it's goof proof. So we're showing you, you can put it on dry, you can do it wet, you can style with it, you can sleep with it, you can set with it. Any possible creative way that you can think of, and you have, because I read all the reviews, and you made it a customer top pick, because it's that simple. With Becky, we've been styling her since yesterday. Johnny doesn't remember the time, but it was sometime yesterday. So it's been a long time. And we've applied it probably about 23, 24 times now. How many times in a show, Johnny, in a hit? Okay, so not that you would do this, but it just proves to you that it doesn't weigh down. We say limitless, so you can keep going with it, but don't waste it. Again, you only need a little bit to achieve the effect. One effect, simple, is just breaking up the layers. So if you have layers cut in your hair, you spend all that money on a haircut, and then you leave the salon and you know that when you get home, if you sleep on it, you lose all the layers, right? So you prop your head up with pillows, you contort yourself because you don't want to lose what the stylist put in.
I have slept sitting up. I have slept seated up. It's hard to say. But yeah, right, when you want to save your hair, when you want that gorgeous glowing hair, look at the incredible volume, but your hair isn't going to be sticky. It's not going to be greasy, right?
No.
It doesn't linger in the hair.
It does not dry out. So the Thermogel that we're using, it's basically temperature active. So it changes with temperature and it changes with energy. And when you heat up, basically, most things tend to melt. This does the opposite. It creates a bond. And then when it cools down, that's why when you use a round brush blow dryer on wet hair, you can't go wrong. So it gives you grip. So you apply it to, like you saw it on dry, now we're showing you on cleaned hair. You can apply it from scalp down to all the way down to your ends, because you definitely want to put it on your scalp. You emulsify it between your hands, work it through your hair. You can let it air dry, or you can bring in heat. And at 80% dry, that's when you set. So at 80%, you can bring in Velcro rollers, or you can create a braid and set with the braid, and then you can sleep with the braid or leave it in for an hour and remove, and you will have a beautiful wave pattern that stays with you. And curly hair, natural curly. Look, my whole family is curly, so I'm not super curly, but I have a wave and a lot of cowlicks.
Yes.
Cowlicks suck.
Tell me about it, Dennis.
And they're hard to control. That's why it was important for me to make sure that this product was able to achieve what I wanted to achieve with it, was controlling not just curly, but cowlicks. So basically hair that just doesn't want to listen. You can now tame it. It will listen.
So instead of like frizzy hair that looks dry, that looks damaged, that looks kind of puffy, this really defines the curl. If you do have textured hair, if you do have curly hair, this gives you that perfect kind of taming of the curl. It's also conditioning, right? Because it's locking in the moisture.
Treatment. Yeah, no, this is your nighttime treatment as well. So at 9 p.m. is the perfect time in that hour, or starting at 9 p.m. till about midnight. You want to get it into the hair and scalp and sleep with it, because the cell turnover that you're going to achieve at 2 a.m., it's important. This accelerates that, and it helps it along the fountain of youth. Your scalp is everything. And Amanda went through that. She would always, is that Blue?
Yeah, Blue's here to say hi.
My kitty cat. He's my boy. But now when I leave, like, he
misses you.
Her shadow.
Well, Amanda, your hair looks amazing. Tell us what Tweaked has done for your hair.
It's completely transformed my hair, actually. Before I started using Tweaked, I couldn't grow my hair past my shoulders, and I was trying for years, but I just had so much breakage that it just kept getting shorter and shorter, and I was trimming it and trying to do everything I could to get it back to health. And then once I started on Tweaked, this was one of the first products, the Chiuri, that I used to help style my hair, so I didn't have to style it as often, and it would hold longer. And I've seen a dramatic difference. That picture's from a couple of years ago, but if you were to see photos of me from 5-6 years ago, it's incredible how much my hair has changed.
Yeah, we can see the
so
length.
much thicker, fuller.
You're welcome.
It looks absolutely
Shiny.
Gorgeous. Let me just give everyone a quick update, Amanda. Thank you so much. We'll be checking in with you throughout the show. Amanda's live via Skype in Canada. It looks like our bestseller is the lemon vanilla. So if you're loving the lemon vanilla, do not hesitate. We already have, is it more than 9,000 now spoken for? In our Today Special, actually, here they go. They're going very quickly now. More than 10,000 gone. It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And usually I work in about 7 hours from now. So usually I'm used to seeing 10,000 gone at 7 p.m. Now it's 1 p.m. and we're at 10,000 gone. So lock in your favorite. It's also on auto ship, by the way, which is pretty exciting because we don't usually do these big super size values on auto ship. What does auto ship mean? It basically means you lock in this price on this size, on this value, on your favorite fragrance going forward. So whenever you need to reorder, you can do so at your convenience, and you'll have that automatically delivered right to your front door. They will last a very long time, but it's nice, just a little insurance policy. Go ahead and lock in auto ship because you might want to keep one and gift one. That's a really great gift idea for the holidays, because this is great for any type of hair. You are getting a breakdown of about $116 if you're to purchase all of this separately. They usually go for $30 for the 6 ounce, and we're giving you 4 times the size. So not 4 times the price, but you definitely get the supersize. You get the new fragrances, Lavender Moon, Above the Clouds, Honey Lux is back. So place your order right now online, hsn.com. We can make sure you're getting Tweaked. Every time Tweaked is here, we cannot keep their amazing products in stock. You can also save $40 off today if you apply today and buy today with the HSN credit card. Well, we'll take $40 off your very first purchase. But if you haven't already discovered Tweaked, Dennis, kind of take us back to the beginning, because what you do is so different in the world of hair care. You're not a hairstylist. You're not a manufacturer. At least that's not how you started.
Right.
You just started creating handcrafted batches with wild crafted ingredients. You've traveled the world to find some of the most exotic natural ingredients that the world has to offer, and you kind of put the nature back into hair care.
Yeah, I'm the most tanned Canadian you'll ever meet. Basically, I've been everywhere. With Ozone, that was the first ingredient I found, and that goes back to 1999, and it defined this whole charge that came after with wild crafted. In other words, straight from the source, the indigenous way of producing these natural crafted ingredients. I didn't change a thing. The way I found it is the way I left it. And it's helped so many people around the world. And you've helped these people. So we create these jobs every time you purchase a product in these little villages in the middle of nowhere, that these traditions, that they're being lost and rapidly. Like, I used to be able to find 3 or 4 a year. Now I'm lucky to find 1.
So is that why it's so hard for you to bring in larger quantities? And that's why it took you 3 years to actually have enough to make it through an entire day?
100%.
That's why you don't want to miss out. So tell us whether someone's watching from home right now, Dennis, and they're thinking, you can't do anything for my hair. My hair is thin, my hair is dry, my hair is damaged, my hair is fried, I've over-processed it, I've done color treatments, heat treatments, I've put chemicals on it for the last 3 decades. What can I do?
You're all good at damaging. Look, you just saw Heidi Schweidi. Look, I was supposed to do the braids, and I keep asking these guys to braid my hair. For some reason, they don't want to touch my hair. So sooner or later, I'll make them do it. But until then, we're showing you. And she's been braided how many times now? Okay, every show, basically, and every hit. So just to show you, can you keep overdoing it? Can you overdo it with the product? No, it'll keep absorbing into the hair shaft. It's a wearable treatment. What we did at 80% dry, we applied the Chiuri directly to her hair, then set the braid. And then in between, we're about 2 hours, give or take, in between shows. And look, it holds that style, it defines it. It's not crispy, it's not crunchy. It adapts to temperature, change of temperature. It also adapts to energy. So by Johnny touching it, it's always moving. That's why it never goes flaky. Most gels, because this is a part gel, part styling cream and foam, and why I say that is it changes based on temperature. So it doesn't matter the hairstyle. It's the more that you play with it, the more energy you give it, the more lift, the more separation. The layers will show up more. You don't have to sleep all contorted on pillows the next morning. You just have to run your fingers through it. And if you're not getting it, then just apply a quarter of the pump, because it's an oversized pump. The product you're getting, you've got a year's supply, by the way. That auto delivery was put into this because I don't know when it's coming back again. Okay. So you're the ones that'll
I see. So if you reserve it now, then you're kind of like getting a little placeholder.
No other channel's getting it. You're the only ones.
This is the only place to get the supersize, and this is like, I think, the perfect kind of all-in-one. Whether you wear your hair straight, whether you wear your hair curly, whether you have short hair, long hair, fine hair, thick hair, because everybody needs a little help styling, and we all want to increase the volume. When you have volume in your hair, you feel like you have that look of youth. You feel like you have movement. You feel like you got your, your mojo back.
Yeah, confidence. Look, your hair, it plays a big role of your day. Like when you're having a good hair day, everything falls into place, and I'm trying to help with that. If you think you're challenged when it comes to round brushing or styling, you're not using the right stuff. And this is a true multitasker. They're not easy to make. And with this one, I wanted it to be that way because I knew that I want to wear my hair curly or I want to wear it straight, but I want one product to do it all. I don't want to have to use 3 different, and I don't want to have to blend each time. It gets too monotonous, if you're traveling around, and I'm always traveling, or just the fact that getting the ratios right, I've done that for you. You just pick what scent you want. And by the way, you can mix the scents. So you can take the lemon zested beignois, the vanilla, and blend that with the honey, which the honey is more like a clean, like a baby powderish aroma to it. The two together, oh, magic.
You can't go wrong. Would guys love this too?
Yeah, look, I wear every single set, even the florals, because they might start off a bit on the floral, but then they mellow out. So they're for everyone.
They're all natural-based fragrances. It's an HSN Clean Beauty brand, which is very hard to do in the world of hair care, right? Tell us, what are most hair products including in theirs that you don't have? Yeah,
like for someone with Rosa, if they're using something that wasn't so clean, laced with silicones, her hair would turn brassy. And you're not seeing that. We can eliminate that. We have HAs, alpha-hydroxy acids, but we're not extracting from chemicals. We're extracting from fruit and florals. They're pulling the acids out of them. So we have a mechanical exfoliation because we've got a bit of clay as well inside the product. So why is that important? No buildup. So this way, it removes to get inside.
Let me show you
that's the magic.
Consistency, just so you can get an idea of what you're getting. It's not thin, it's not watery, it's not a spritz, it's not a spray, it's not a foam, it's not a gel. It really is like a cream. Do you see the consistency? It's very concentrated. So is this way too much, Gianni?
That would be for the whole head.
That would be
soaking wet.
Okay, whole head soaking wet. That's the most you're going to use. So on average, you say about a dime or about a nickel size.
It depends. Like if you're and you'll see all the different ways of using it. It's on the packaging. But if you're using it just like how I am right now, if I want to smooth out, it's basically a quarter of that pump for myself.
How pretty.
Now, to scrunch into curly with our model here, then you're going to use what, Jill, half pump on dry? And if it was on wet, then you saw it was about a pump and a half. Because then you're going to blow dry with it, or you'll just leave it alone and let it dry naturally. And show them the boink.
Yeah.
Boink, boink, and you even get the sound effect. Boink, boink. The elasticity you get from this. Yeah.
And this is, again, so important for those of you that think, oh, it's just my hair. I would love everyone to understand it's not your hair, it's actually the products that maybe you've been using in the past. Maybe you have been using products that are weighing your hair down. The reason why your hair is not styling, probably because it has a lot of other products on it. If you start with the scrub, which we mentioned earlier, we'll come back to that, that sort of creates that cleansed palette that kind of gives you the clean canvas. And then when you do apply products, they're actually going to work better because you're actually getting to the root of the problem. Use it dry, use it wet, but whatever you do, do not miss out on our today's special. More than 10,000 gone. The question is, are you going to try it? And if for some reason you don't absolutely love it, you have until the end of January to try it. We have our extended holiday returns. But one thing I love is that if you're someone that does not like to wash your hair every day, and I'll raise my hand along with a lot of you at home, I'm sure, because, you know, washing and blow drying your hair is not only time consuming, it's actually not good for our hair, right?
Yeah, water. Okay, heat, number one.
Explain that.
It could be really, it's nasty. Like it really does cause a lot of damage, especially if you've got color treated hair or if you've used anything chemical wise to change the bond of your hair. Water basically absorbs, it's a carrier. So your hair's a sponge, right? So if you've got dry damaged, then the cuticle's open, so that water just pours into the hair faster. Normally it's 5 minutes. A color-treated hair, blonde hair, it's in there within a minute or two. So how do you protect from that? A product like this seals that cuticle. It doesn't allow that water to penetrate. There's even people that are taking the cherry and putting it into the hair before they go into the shower to seal the cuticle. So it buys them extra time. So this way, if you want a longer shower with your hair wet, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you'll know when your hair starts feeling spongy. When you touch it and it's been in the water for a long time and it's spongy, that means you've hit that point where you're going to break it. You need to protect it and you need to give it slip. You can even bring the cherry into the shower and watch what happens when you add water to it.
I love listening to you because
it's limitless.
I've learned so much from listening to Dennis Simeone over the years. And I think a lot of us have been doing it wrong. We've been washing our hair every single day. We've been taught you have to wash it more often. You have to blow dry it. You have to put in all these products. Well, actually, he's helping you keep it simple. So if you love beignets as much as our very own Dennis Simeone does,
awesome.
Lemon Vanilla, which is very popular, is still our #1 scent. These are all brand new. You're the very first to see it. No one else is going gonna bring you these fragrances. Nowhere else can you get the Supersize. Nowhere else can you get the 2-pack. Nowhere else you're gonna get this value, which I added up to $124. We also have Above the Clouds. That's one of your all-time favorite fragrances, and that's for the first time ever in the styler. Honey Lux, I know you've been loving that in the styler, but that's the first time in the Supersize. Lavender Moon is brand new. They're all beautiful, they're all neutral, they're all natural fragrances that are just so enticing. But just to remind you, this is the 12-ounce size. This is the big one. You're used to seeing the styler in the 6-ounce. So this is double the size. This one is about $31, $30.95. You'd have to buy 2 of those to get just 1 of the Supersize. So because you're getting 2 of the Supersize, we have to give you 2 more. So it's like buying 4, which you don't have to buy today, to double up on each of those super sizes. So incredible buy. It's like better than a buy one, get one. I mean, that's really the value.
A year's supply.
And these are going fast. I'm sure by our next presentation, we may have some limited fragrances.
Oh, I hope the beignet doesn't go, because that means I can't eat anymore. They'll take it away from me.
What's the first to go?
Just say me one.
It will be the lemon. If you want that lemon, wow, that's just a little burst of citrus. But let's talk about the fragrances and the ingredients that you pour into
the lemon
these.
zest. So look, when we do these scents, and I'm always referencing and using inspiration, so that's why you see me eating it. Lavender, I'm in the fields. There's one by the house, and that's where it all started when we started with Lavender Rain. Lavender Moon, well, that was easy. Just stand outside in the night. Go look for flowers that are blooming and do your research. The Above the Clouds, I literally was above the clouds looking for the rhododendron anthropogen and working with the Buddhist monks. And then the honey, there's 3 different ones, and that's the Chiuri honey, the high elevation. She's a sweetheart, 115 years old. She is the medicine woman. They say medicine man. I don't get it, because I've only met one. All the others were women, and they rock.
And
they
the
have
rest
so
of the
much
women
knowledge.
listening right now are not surprised, right?
Can you tell I'm a mama's boy?
Well, you also created this brand for your mom.
Yes.
And we love that, because at the heart and soul of what you do is your passion for creating products that every woman at every stage in their life, no matter what they're going through, can use. So if you're looking for a clean beauty brand, if you're thinking, you know what I've been doing for the last 20, 30 years isn't working for me, why don't you try something new? Why don't you give it a little game changer? In fact, even if you love the shampoo and conditioner that you're using right now, stick with it, and then just try a new styler. This is going to be your gel. This is going to be your spray. This is going to be your foam. This is going to be the cream. This is going to be the balm, right?
Because you've always said, like, limitless. I wounn't have been here this long, 20 years doing this. Customer top pick. I'm very careful on the words I choose and what I put on the packaging. I test everything. With this one, it was me. I made it for myself, didn't cut any corners. There was no budget to hit like you normally do when you create a brand. All of Tweaked was basically done out of love and passion and helping my mom, then other people. It just exploded into, geez, it just turned into a brand again. But I'm giving it away, and I don't care. I never did it for the money. I was retired after Ojon. We sold it to Estee Lauder. That retirement was watching Judge Judy. A little bit of Jerry Springer, I'm not gonna lie. On the sofa, relaxing. I was exhausted. It only lasted 2 months, and then that's when my mom called, and she's the only one that could pull me out at that time.
No offense to Judge Judy and Jerry Springer, but we're glad that you're back. Love Judge Judy. Let's talk about what this could do for your hair, because when you say 37 times the volume, I know that so many of us have tried getting that volume at home, and we can never seem to recreate what they do in the salon, or it doesn't stay. What makes yours different? How can we get 37 times the volume?
Yeah, do you want 37? We take it, and in the lab, they test to the limit. So it's not that we say we want to hit a certain number. We have no idea. I was even shocked at 37. Are you going to wear it at 37 times? Some may, but it just tells you that you've got a product that can get you to that point. So then it works. And then how do you use it? Look, there is no wrong. You just got to get it into your hair. If you want volume, you need energy. So whether you pull the energy from a blow dryer, a round brush, or your fingers, the more energy, so the more you can see by massaging it to the scalp. It's so easy. It will do that. As it's drying up, it'll dry within 30 seconds of you applying it. You can test it on your hands first. I always say, any styling product out there, even a hairspray, spray it into your hands, if it's Clean Beauty, that is, and just let it dry down. And if you don't like the feel in your hands, then don't ever put that in your hair, because it's going to feel even worse in your hair.
Right. And how many times have you tried to, you know, get up in the next day and you're trying to like, can I get one more day without washing my hair? I'm all, you know, I want the easiest way to style my hair. Your hair is not weighed down the next day, so you can keep reapplying this.
Yes.
Or just give it a
point.
little boost, refresh it if you want to do a quick round brush, you know, get a little lift, or just touch it up with a flat iron.
The Chiuri butter, which is, I named it after it, it's saponified, so they use it to make soap. So a butter that is cleansing, that to me was the star. So that's the base of it. That means, how can it weigh down your hair when it's a cleanser? So it's actually helping to clean. And I'm all about pushing, not washing hair every day or every other day. I want to get you at least once a week. The goal is to get you once every 2 weeks. If you can get to once every 2 weeks, and you just have to, your scalp just has to be retrained. It's not even your hair, it's your scalp. You get to that point. Amanda finally got it to just over a week. And that alone changed everything for her. And she'll admit it, that I was right. The one time I'm right. The one time.
Well, it's hard to, like, you have to rewire your brain when you start using tweaked products.
You're right.
You know, you get on a whole
like
different
me,
regimen.
I was rewired from birth.
Well, your hair looks absolutely gorgeous, Amanda. And I think you're right. You have to rethink how we've been taught to take care of our hair, right?
And trust me, you just gotta trust me.
And the formulations are different too, so you don't need to use as much as you're used to. Like, I just use a tiny little pump, not a full pump, just a little bloop, maybe a pea size, and that's all I need.
How much were you using before that?
Oh, I would have for sure used a full pump, maybe even more than that.
Right, see?
Because we used to think more is more, right? In the world of hair care.
But think, I made it for me, so it's super concentrated, and I want it to last. I don't want to have to make another one, right? So just think of it, it's the common sense of that. A little goes a long way, and you can spread it. So you just add a little water to it. Basically, when something's concentrated, it just means the filler's gone. So in this case, in all hair care, it's water. You take the water out, you want it to be a little less, then you just add the water to it. And that's why if you want to style on dry, more potent, you use less. On wet, you're going to use more.
Got it. And that's why this is like a year's supply. I mean, wouldn't that be great? You don't have to buy another gel, another foam, another spray, another styling product, another tube, another balm, another spritz. This is just
and on a delivery, you get two, like, because I'm not doing it again. Yeah,
okay.
That's why I did it. I cannot, it might take 3 years for me to do, to put it into TS, I don't think I'll ever be able to do it again. In the process of all this, because this had to be started a long time ago, we started collecting and making, all the pricing changed. But I stayed to my commitment, but 40% change. And this was already expensive to start with, and it's complicated to make. It's not your typical, when you're combining 3 different products, even the machinery out there, it doesn't exist. It's done by hand.
You have to do small batches.
Tedious. Yeah, and I'm all about that because you have more control. It's like when you go to a wedding of 1,000 people, the food versus 100 people. You taste the difference. It's no different. It's all about the ingredients and how you manipulate and piece that together. It's very tedious.
Love for you to try this tonight. We're down to our final moments, so I'll just remind you, we have new fragrances. Lavender Moon is new. Lemon Vanilla is new. It is our bestseller. That's going to be the first to sell out.
I hope not.
Above the Clouds is, of course, one of your favorite fragrances. First time ever, though, in this the Butter Styler. And then Honey Lux, I know, is the original, the fan favorite. You're getting 2 of the big 12 ounces, okay? So usually you have to buy 2 of these to get 1 of those. Those are the regular 6-ounce sizes, and those are about $31 a pop. So because you're getting 2 of the Supersize, you're going to need to buy 4. That would, in my math, add up to about $124. I don't want you to spend more than you have to, and I want you to get the best value of the year, and maybe the best value that you will ever find in the Butter Styler. This is why the Chiuri Styler is so very popular.
I should know we're black.
Always
Powdered
wear
sugar's
white
so
when
messy.
you're eating powdered sugar.
I just made it worse.
Can't take them anywhere, can you? It's the holidays.
just
We're
zip
allowed
that
to
up.
indulge. We're allowed to enjoy, and we're allowed to treat ourselves. So if
doesn't
you
fit
are
anymore.
getting the 2-pack today, you can keep one, gift one, because this can be for a teenager, this could be for a college student, this could be for moms and grandmas.
Any age. I mean, Blue gets it when his hair gets out of control when he comes to visit me. My cat. Look, it doesn't matter what hair type you are. You just have to think of, first, pick a scent, but what do you want to achieve with it? Are you using right now a mousse? Then with a mousse, you're probably styling with it or you're setting with it. You can do it with this. You can use this even to get beachy waves for the summer. In the winter, you can use it to protect from the cold, humidity. This becomes your raincoat because you're going to apply it on dry and you'll feel it in your hands. That's what I'm saying. When you first get it home, put it in your hands, half pump, quarter pump, and you'll feel a cocoon happen around your fingers, around your hand, and then it disappears. But you'll feel that it's coated. There's a film former, and that's what this is, and it has elasticity to it. Never flakes.
Never flakes, and also you will practically never run out of product for at least the next year, guaranteed. So don't forget about auto ship. It is on free shipping. We have flexible payment plans, so you don't have to pay for it in full today, but you do have to order it now if you want to get in on our best value of the day. $15 gets it home on any major credit card. You're going to love it. So we'll keep you updated, especially on that lemon vanilla, and we'll give you another look at our today's special. I believe it's at 3 p.m.